Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network, and we are broadcasting live in the field at the 43rd Annual Sun and Fun. And when you're in the field, you get to meet the most interesting people in the neighborhood, and this is someone that is near and dear to me that I've gotten to speak to every year. Brian Purdy, how are you?
Doing good. Thank you very much for spending the time talking with me.
No, thank you. And last year, I know every year we've talked about the Switchblade. Yes. Now, I know that we have some of our viewers and some of the people out here already know what that is, but there's some, this is all new. They haven't heard Switchblade, they think knife, and that's not what we're talking about. Can you tell them a little bit about, number one, just introduce some of our new viewers to what that is?
Okay, the Switchblade, we
right
sit
there.
a little bit here.
Yep, I get to be Vanna.
Is a, a version of a flying car. Person. I actually prefer the name that Larry Moore came up with, multi-mode vehicle, because it's designed to be good both on the road and in the air. That way, the safety aspect is, hey, I'm flying, oh, there's weather. Okay, I'm going to land and I'll drive and I won't be stuck at an airport. Some of the other designs, previous designs of flying cars, like, okay, you're a car on the ground, you got to leave your airplane stuff at the airport. Well, that doesn't do you much good to keep moving forward. Other designs, okay, yeah, you can fly, okay, you can't be on the road more than 30 miles an hour. Right. So you're not going to really, it's more of a, okay, we've got something to go between the house and the airport.
But that's not a road vehicle.
Yeah, right,
okay.
yeah. So and I've sort of started using the term of a transportation transformation. It's like, okay, it's one of those paradigm shifts, just a little bit snappier.
Now, tell me, I know that you went to Oshkosh this past year, and I know that there has been progress. Every year, every time you come on, there's a little bit more and a little bit more, and the story unfolds. Tell us about Oshkosh this year and where the Switchblade was. I know that it was there, and tell us about what the audiences that attended, what they could see.
Okay. Well, this last year in Oshkosh, we actually had a mock-up of the cockpit, where people could come in and sit in it, take pictures of it and stuff like that. Sam Boesfield, the designer and the CEO, actually gave a couple of press conferences. One of the big things at the time is they're going to use a fly-by-wire for the rudder system. And that's going to probably be the first time in an experimental home-built aircraft. Yeah. So, and that's all to do with, okay, we need to use some things both for flight and for ground, and since the pedals are going to be pretty much software controlled, your accelerator pedal on the ground is also your right rudder. Your brake is still your brake for both, for the, whether you're landing or driving on the road, and the left one is still just going to be a left rudder. So we're taking advantage of what's out there. And that's the nice thing about Sam. When he sees a problem or he sees a better way, he's figuring out how to do that. So this vehicle, when it does come to market and it's out there, it's going to be the best there can be at the time.
It really is a transportation transformation. That's hard to say, by the way, but that really is. Now, let me ask you, what are they, and I don't know, this might be a trade secret. You might not be able to tell me if it might be classified, but when are they looking to unveil it? What is the timeline now? Because we've been waiting, and I know these things take time, and the wonderful thing that is so important to us at the Florida Aviation Network is the safety, and that's something that you stress every time I talk to you, is not only yourself, but Sam and his focus on safety and making sure that it's a safe vehicle. But what is the timeline? When are they planning to roll this out? And can you answer that question?
Well, like everything, we're always optimistic.
Okay.
So we're hoping by summer. Okay. And it can't come too soon for me. Right. So we are going to be at Oshkosh, at least that's what the plan currently is. Whether or not it's flying by then or not, we're hoping to at least have more than the cockpit that we had last time. Because they are making so much progress up there in Oregon as far as the cockpit, the wing system. I think the next big thing on the drawing boards is the tail assembly. And so it's coming together. And like I said, us owners, we don't mind doing all this for Sam because we want to keep him working. Yeah. Because any time away, the chance for a loss of momentum, it just puts us further back. So we don't mind doing this for him because we're all excited about it, and like I said, we'd rather keep him working.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to talk to us. And I know that many of the enthusiasts that come to Sun and Fun will also be making the trip to Oshkosh, and so they will be there. And this gives them something to possibly look forward to.
Yep.
Now, will you be there? So can they stop by and see you? Will they have where will you be? Do you have any ideas yet?
I'm hoping to be there. I work out in California now, so it's a different job, so a little bit more travel. And I was just surprised I was able to make this trip.
Okay.
So, but if I have any control over it, I will be there. But it's like everything. Take it with a grain of salt.
Well, you see, I know why you made this trip. I know. Because you had to come down here because last year I missed it, and this year I'm not, and I know I'm early this year, but Brian, happy birthday. Happy birthday from the Florida Aviation Network. I wasn't going to miss that this year. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Brian, thank you for joining us. Give Sam our best. Tell him that we can't wait to see it and that we're so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network, and we're broadcasting live in the field from the 43rd Annual Sun and Fun. Come see us.